Hello friends, we're doing lesson 11.4 today. So we are talking about the weight of things, how heavy things are. So right here, this little boy has a little block, a small block, and a book. Which one do you think is heavier? What's heavier, the block or the book? Yeah, the book is heavier than the block, which means that the block is lighter than the book. So trace the circle around the lighter object. So the block is lighter. All right, trace the X on the heavier object. The heavier object is the book. So we can't hold these things, obviously, but we're just going to, we use these things a lot, and I'm hoping we know about how heavy and light they are. So this first row here, this is scissors. So trace around the object that is heavier than this object. So you have a paper clip, a book, and a rubber band. A paper clip is really tiny, really small, and a rubber band doesn't really weigh a whole lot at all. So we are going to trace around the book. Okay, this one, I have a notebook. So I need to circle the object that is heavier than a notebook. Excuse me, friends. So I have a backpack full of stuff, a little snap cube, and a pencil. Which one of these three things is heavier than the notebook? Yeah, the backpack. So we'll draw a circle around the backpack. It is heavier. Okay, then we have a marker. Now we are going to circle the object that is lighter. So I have a notebook, a paper clip, and it looks like a full bottle of paint. Which one does not weigh as much as a marker? Which one is lighter? Yeah, a paper clip. The notebook and the paint are way heavier than the marker. The paper clip is lighter. All right, then we have an eraser. So which one of these is lighter than the eraser? We have a counter like we used to use that are red on one side and yellow on the other, a toy tractor, or some tape. Which one of these is lighter than the eraser? Yeah, the counter. These are so light, so it makes sense that it would be lighter than the eraser. All right, on this page, find a book in the classroom. So you obviously are not in the classroom, so you can't grab a book from the classroom, but I grabbed, let me grab it, a new book that I had bought for us that came in before all of this craziness started. So here's the book that I grabbed. And so then I had to find a classroom object that was lighter than this book. So think of some things, brainstorm some things right now that are lighter than this book that you would be able to find in our classroom. There are a lot of things that are lighter than this book. I chose a crayon because this book, it's a pretty thick, heavy book, and this crayon is nothing. So I am going to draw the item that I chose in this space here. So this won't be perfect, obviously, but we can do our best. And, you know, when I'm done, you'll be able to tell that it's a crayon. All right, so there is my crayon, which is lighter than my book. Then at the bottom, it wants me to find an object that is heavier than the book? So this is hard because the things that are heavier in our classroom are hard to bring home. So just think for a second, what are some things that are lighter in our classroom heavier than this book? What do you think? I was thinking of, I wonder if you'll be able to tell. Can you guys tell what that is? It's supposed to be a chair. So to me, a chair is a lot heavier than this book. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot heavier. You could have also said one of our tables. Maybe you could have said the bench where all of our books are, or a couple other options. Okay. On this back side, I want you to think about 2 objects in our classroom. Can be any 2 things that you're thinking of. For me, I'm going to think of our free choice center with all of the blocks in it. So there's my box. Looks like a cube. Hey! Remember cubes? Here's all my blocks. Okay. And then I am thinking of, let's see what else. I am thinking of an early finisher box. One of those really tiny early finisher boxes. Okay, and I'm going to circle the lighter box. So which one is lighter, do you think? The free choice box with all of our wooden blocks in it, or the small, do I have one? Yeah, these that are shaped like this, that have early finishers in them. Which one is lighter? Yeah, this one. And then I'm gonna put an X in the one that is heavier, which is this one. So if you want to, you can use the same objects as me, or if you want to think of your own, just make sure that you draw them, circle the one that is lighter, and put an X in the one that is heavier. Alrighty, friends, nice job. I know, again, this is a hard lesson to do when we're not at school and you can't be holding these objects and feeling how heavy they are for yourself. So I really appreciate you trying your best. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.